All right, well, we are live for podcast number 2. This is so exciting.
Big day, folks. Big day.
Welcome, Andrew.
Thanks for having me.
We are here. It is March, our second podcast, and we are celebrating Wellness Month.
Yes, we have a special guest today.
Very special, and from our facilities department. Would you like to do the introduction?
Sure,
Andrew?
sure. Drum roll. Thank you, Fiona, for joining us. Fiona is here to talk about wellness with us.
Fiona Imami, I'm sure a lot of you know her, have seen her around. She's part of our project management group. And Fiona, can you just start off? Maybe tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi everyone, this is very exciting to be part of your very second podcast, especially about the Wellness Month. Wellness is a very important part of my day-to-day life, I think, both physically and mentally, and I am always trying to find ways how to be active and healthy, whether it's at work or outside of work. During the workday, my day is always filled with meetings, and it's always pretty busy. So I'm always trying to keep that in mind, whether it comes to eating healthy or going for a walk after a stressful day.
It helps, right?
Yeah, it does make a difference.
I see you drink a lot of water, which I think is a very key point for many aspects of one's life, but you always have your Nalgene bottle, which I think is...
Gotta stay hydrated.
Gotta stay hydrated. That's very important.
You know, we talk a lot about, sustainability, and one of the things that we talked about this month is a real key to the sustainability is making yourself sustainable. And that's really where we kind of brought up the wellness for this month. And Fiona, can you talk maybe just a little bit about, when I say wellness, what does wellness mean to you?
To me, wellness, as I mentioned earlier, it's both physically trying to remain active. It relates to the day-to-day products that I use, making sure that eating organic food, staying away from day-to-day products that contain harmful chemicals, so I pay attention to labels and the products that I'm using, making sure they don't have one guide that I've been using is by the Harvard Office of Sustainability. They're have created this campaign to make people aware of chemicals of concern, and there are 6 classes of chemicals of concern that are actually in day-to-day products we use, whether it be chair fabric or plastic water bottles,
clothing,
hand soap with antimicrobials, and all of these are actually pretty harmful to the human body.
So you really have to be aware of what's around you at all times.
Yeah.
So it's very interesting when you talk about products, which I think we can use to segue into our next question is being a project manager. How do you implement wellness as a whole into product acquisition, stuff like that, when you're designing, when you're working on these new projects, new buildings and whatnot? How does that all get taken into effect?
That's actually a very, very good question. And Harvard, generally speaking, has been, in the last couple of years, has been pushing forward the Healthy Materials Initiative, which aims to eliminate chemicals of concern in products that are purchased by Harvard projects, capital projects, and also throughout Harvard. So, for example, one way that we've been dealing with that here at Radcliffe is for chair fabric or different furniture fabric. We try to purchase fabrics that don't contain flame retardants and other stain repellents that contain harmful chemicals. So these are products that people will use in their day-to-day work life. So we want to make sure that Harvard sustainability goal is incorporated into our projects that will affect like staff.
It's fascinating because we see this in real time. I mean, you've got two real projects that get underway in only maybe a month or so. The Knaffel project and the Schlesinger project, which I'm sure these wellness, details are taking effect now.
Yeah, so specifically for the Knaffel project, the fabric that we've selected don't contain the stain repellent and the flame retardants, which are very important. And these are like products that usually get like Harvard Sustainability Office has a database that has been put together that identifies like what are some of these like manufacturers and vendors that provide like HHI compliant products.
Cool.
Interesting stuff.
Yeah, it's definitely has taken the whole sustainability effort and thinking about sustainability not only in like construction and materials that we're using, but how it affects like the wellness ultimately of the individuals who are using the spaces that we're creating.
Cool. That's good. We're thinking about the people that are going to be in the buildings, the people that are in the buildings now, and it all works together to keep people well and spread the sustainable message around the yard. Fiona, thank you so much.
Thank you, Fiona, for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Yo, absolutely. And I'm sure you'll see Fiona around the yard. We've got a couple, special events coming up this month and next month. We'll see you at the Free Cycle. And we'll be taking a nice spring walk around the Radcliffe Yard. Fiona, I hope you'll join us for that.
Yeah, of course.
That'll be good. And
stay tuned. More to come, folks.
There's if I may add something, there's a Run the Yard 5K tomorrow, Friday 23rd. It will be...
It's in the main yard?
Yeah, it's in the main yard. I think the meeting point is at the Science Center Plaza.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
cool.
It starts at 8 in the morning.
And anybody can just go and run and join and
run, walk.
And I think the weather's going to be nice. I think we're coming out of some wet weather now, but it should be nice for tomorrow. So everybody get out there and run and get well and stay well.
Another one. Big day.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. We'll talk to you next month.